What's good? It's your boy 2K here. Shout out to the movement and everybody who's moving with us. And speaking of the movement, for this video, we're going to do something a little different. My man Bo over at Truth and Facts About Boxing. If you're not already following, I suggest you go over there and hit the subscribe button. He hit me up earlier today to assist him with an interview for 160-pound prospect Vaughn Alexander, who's the brother of former three-time champion Devon Alexander. The interview was done on his show, but I recorded it on my end as he recorded it on his, and I'm going to post that particular interview on my show as well. And that's what we're doing on the movement, man. It's a way of promoting the family, you know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, we got my man Vaughn Alexander, 160-pound prospect. He got a lot of shit to say. Here we go.
It was good, everybody. It's your boy Bo here, and I'm back with some more truth and facts. All right, doing another interview, and as always, joining me when I do these interviews, my man, my dog, my little brother, the egg drinker, light skin, all of that, man. My man 2K from Prodigy of Box. What's going on, man?
What's good, fellas, man? Another day, another dollar. You know what it is.
That's right. That's right. Also joining us, professional fighter. Vaughn Alexander, brother of Devon Alexander. What's going on, man?
What's good? What's up? What's going on with everybody?
Oh, man, we're here today, man. We're here to talk some boxing. And as always, man, I'm gonna start off since he's the guest on the show. Vaughn, tell us a little bit. Tell everybody that don't know who you are. Tell them about yourself and what's going on with you in the sport of boxing.
I'm Vaughn Alexander. I'm a professional fighter. I got a pro record of 11 wins, 8 knockouts. I'm just on the rise right now. You know what I mean? I started boxing when I was 8 years old. You know, turned pro when I was one of the best amateurs in the world at that time. From age of 8 to 18, I turned pro when I was 18, signed to Don King Promotions. I had 5 professional fights, but I ended up going to prison for 11 years. Got out of prison in 2016, started my career back. I'm on the rise again.
Word up.
Word up, word up, word up. That's what's up. So this is how I normally do things. Since my man here is very, very good, and go ahead on and asking some of the more best questions in boxing, which is why I like having him on, because he asks some questions that we don't think about. I'm gonna turn it over to 2K for the first couple questions for Vaughn, since you interviewed him before. 2K, go ahead, man, do your thing, bro.
Yeah, we actually talked to Vaughn. I can't even remember, man. The days just go by for me. Not too long ago. It had to be like 3 or 4 days ago on Four Corners Boxing Talk podcast on Blog Talk Radio. So he's pretty much answered a lot of my questions, but I want you to give a little bit more about your story, because you got an intriguing story, and it's somewhere along the lines of, you know, Bernard Hopkins and cats like Amir Mansour. You know what I'm saying? That you know, they started off boxing, they got into a snag or whatnot. You know, they had to suffer some consequences that landed them in prison for an X amount of time, and then they were able to recuperate coming out of prison and keep their careers going, man. Tell us a little bit more about your story, man. Anything you want to add to that?
On my rise when I was signed with Don King, I was moving pretty fast. You know, I was fighting, I think, like every month, every other month. So, you know, I was pretty busy when I first turned pro. But at the same time, you know, I couldn't leave them streets alone. Yeah. I was dedicated to my career. You know what I'm saying? It showed when I was in that ring. You know, I never missed the gym. I'm always training hard. It's just that, you know, when that idle time, you know, I was doing that street life. You know, I was in that street life, man. I was, you know, robbing and, you know, catching assault cases on police officers, and man, I was just out there. But my career always came first.
Yeah.
And you know, it showed when I was in that ring. You know what I mean? I was always dedicated to my craft, but I was young, and you know, I was still part of that street life, and I wouldn't leave it alone.
Word up, and we all got our stories on that. You know what I'm saying? Me and Bo, we were prodigies of that particular life as well. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's something that happens to the best of us, but the best thing we can do is, you know, recuperate and get back on that train and start heading in the right direction for what we're trying to do. So I salute you for that, my brother.
Definitely.
Word up. So you're at middleweight. You're considered a prospect at 32 years of age, 11-0 with 8 knockouts. I will not go into what we talked about, the whole Tank Davis thing, but I want to add this little thing here. You know, Floyd Mayweather said that he's going to be pretty much waiting on Vasyl Lomachenko to get a little bit older. Basically, he said that, you know, Vasyl he has to rush now, you know what I'm saying, to try to get the best fighters in his division. Do you believe, or are you, let me put it this way, are you a bit aware that given your age and where you're at in your career right now, that a lot of the fighters at 160 might do that to you?
Not if I become somebody mandatory. See, that's the thing. Hey, that's the thing with boxing, right?
Yeah.
You can duck somebody all day long, but when you somebody that's kicking ass, and you become when you rise and you become somebody mandatory, I mean, it's only a matter of time before me and that person get in that square.
Word.
So I ain't worried about nobody ducking me. See that's something that I'm not worried about. See, in the middleweight division, it's either you in or you out. Just like with all of these hot divisions, either you in or you out. And when you winning, you can't be denied.
Word. You know, they got these sanctioning bodies, man, are real corrupt, though. For example, if you beating the hell out of dudes and, you know, you may be climbing those ranks. And sometimes, I mean, the ranking system is real fucked up. You got cats that be sitting as people's mandatories for like 2 years, like Luis Ortiz was sitting at the #1 spot for the WBA belt for like 2 years and shit, and they still didn't give him his shot. They were getting other cats like Lucas Brown, Frez Okendo, and Shannon Briggs shots over him. Are you not aware that something like that could happen to you, even though you're still in a mandatory position if you're that much of a threat?
But this my thing. You know what I mean? My thing is to be active, staying active.
Okay.
I mean, whether the politics start playing a role or not, I'm gonna stay active. I'm gonna stay whooping ass regardless. So you know, whether they passing over me or not, it's about me staying relevant. And whoever it is that's willing to fight me in them top spots, whether they if the top guys not trying to fight me, then I go to the next guy. You know what I'm saying? It's always somebody that want to get up in there. So regardless, however long it takes, because with the thing with me, I'm a 32-year-old in a 19-year-old body.
Right.
That's the difference between me and other dudes at 160. See, I'm not one of those guys that got beat up on or suffered any type of injuries for the past 11 years.
Right.
So you know, I'm in a whole different situation where when I was in prison for 11 years, that's all I did was worked out and ate right. So you know, I'm in a whole different situation when it comes to if a guy trying to wait until I get 34, 35 years, you wasting your time with me. You wasting your time because I'm gonna be ready.
Yes,
I'm gonna be ready at all times for whoever.
So you trying to tell me that we might see something like Bernard Hopkins fighting at 50?
Well, I mean,
he said, "Well,
all due respect to Benoit Hopkins, man, because you know he did some things that you know a lot of people didn't think could happen, you know, in the sport of boxing. But
word,
man, me and Benoit, we can't be compared because Benoit did what 5, 6 years. I did 11 years.
Word up.
And you know, I'm in a whole situation in itself, man. You know, my body, I utilized when I was in prison. I understood that if I was gonna get back, or I was blessed to get back to boxing, I was gonna have to take care of myself.
Yes, sir.
And I did exactly that. I worked out, I ran, I did any and all things that I can do to keep my body in top physical condition. I ate right, and here I am today. You know what I'm saying? On the rise again.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what I like to hear right there. So let me switch gears real quick. You got your brother Devon Alexander. He suffered a couple of setbacks. One being against Amir Khan, the other being against Aaron Martinez. He's come back. He had the fight against I think it was Walter Castillo, if I'm not mistaken, and looked good in that fight. Now he got the quitting motherfucking Victor Ortiz, supposed to be fighting him in El Paso. Do you think Devon Alexander, and give me your honest opinion, not the opinion of a brother, right?
I'm most listen. One thing about me that me and my brother we did when we was young, we always said that we gonna tell the truth.
Word up.
It don't make no difference if you my brother or not. I'm gonna tell the truth.
Word up.
And you know, I felt that, you know, I know my brother.
Okay.
And I know when he's ready, and I know when he's not ready.
Word up.
And I just wanted to see. I just said this fight that he just had a month ago. I said, let me just see a glimpse of the old Devon.
Yeah.
And I know he on the right path. So it didn't make no difference if Devon got the knockout or not. I really didn't want to see no knockout. I wanted to see him go them rounds.
Oh yeah.
And I seen what I needed to see for him to build on, and I seen the glimpse of the old Devon, because I know. Listen, in my heart, I know a right Devon can't nobody fuck with him. Period.
Right.
I don't care who it is. A right Devon can't nobody fuck with him, man. You and I both know. Man, Devon is one of the most talented dudes in 140. Yeah, he had some setbacks, but I'm talking about you get a right Devon, the mindset that Devon in right now, Devon can beat anybody.
That's what's up.
So right now, I feel that Devon on the right path. Me and him, we just actually got done texting, and because I just think they just announced. You know, me and him, I already knew that he was supposed to be fighting Ortiz, but
right.
I seen that they put the post up of it's official now. Where they fighting at and the network they fighting on, and I just text him. You know, he in Florida right now training, putting that work in, and I just text him and I just told him this is exactly what I told him. Like, listen, man, all I want you to do is be mentally, spiritually, and physically ready.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't care who we fighting, because an opponent is an opponent. I believe anybody that I fight is an opponent. It don't make no difference if you a name or not. You're an opponent, just like I'm an opponent.
Right.
And I told him, I said, man, listen, it don't make no difference who you fighting. What I want you to do is beat Devon. I want you to be that boxer, that speed puncher, and that person that got that power behind that speed. I don't want you to do nothing else but beat Devon. Be the person that got to 3-time world champion.
Yeah.
That's what I want you to be. And this is the conversation that I just had with him literally a couple hours ago. So I feel that Devon on the right path, and I feel that Devon gonna be world champion again.
Okay, I agree. He needs to be that Devon that beat, Juan Urango, Andre Kotelnik.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree 100% with that, fam. And Devon was always one of those guys I said was an X factor. You know what I'm saying? Even though when he fought Timothy Bradley, I did pick Timothy Bradley to beat him in that fight. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
But it didn't matter to me. Whoever lost that fight, they were still. I mean, these were the top guys at that time at 140. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, either one, whoever loses, there's still gonna be, you know, shit, the top 3 motherfuckers in the division.
In the division, right?
But Devon really. I was surprised at what happened in the American fight, definitely, because I had Devon winning that fight. I thought he was going to be a lot better than what he showed. And then the Aaron Martinez was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, it's...
Man, you don't know. There was a little time. I think I had maybe like some months to go before I got out of prison.
Yeah.
And, man, it was crazy that I was like, man, listen, I know my brother, and I'm looking at his physique, and I knew something was wrong with him. Listen, man. I know my brother. I was looking at his body frame. Man, y'all know when Devon frame is like, it's like, man, incredible.
Yeah.
And when I was looking at his frame, I'm looking at his biceps and triceps. I'm looking at his stomach. I'm like, yeah, something wrong with him. I'm like, something wrong. This what I'm saying. I ain't saying this to nobody. This what I'm saying to myself in my head.
Word.
And I'm like, damn. You know, his body ain't looking up to par. I'm like, what's going on? And then when he lost to this dude, it was like he lost right now. I'm like, man, this is a low grade opponent. And listen, I would never disrespect a man that get in the ring, but that man had no business being in there with Devon Alexander and him beating Devon.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, I mean, hey, man, there's no disrespect because I mean this is a fucking sport and there's levels to this shit, right? You know, Aaron Martinez ain't on Devon's level. Everybody know that. He beat him, but he's still a low grade fighter, as you said. And if you look at the fight, to me it seemed like Devon Alexander was not fighting the typical Devon Alexander type of fight. He did not employ his style in that fight, you know. And I always wondered if there was something wrong with him, you know. And of course we never found out. It's been 2 years since that fight. But I'm just happy to see him back. You know, he's back in the division. You know, hopefully he dispatches a Victor Ortiz and he can be another player at 147, man. And it's already a stacked division. If he's back to his former self, and he's ready and he's focused, it's gonna be even more of a stacked division with his name.
It's gonna be problems. Listen, man, I'm sure after he dismantled Victor Ortiz, man, Devon gonna be a problem. I'm telling you, man, Devon is gonna be a problem for the 147 division, man, because once they see Devon back for real, watch these dudes get to ducking him like they was years ago.
Yep. All right, let me say one more thing. I'm gonna leave it to my man Bo. I want you to do something for me that you did on the Four Corners Boxing Talk show, man. I want you to tell me if you get that opportunity to get in the ring with Triple G, how you gonna fight him?
Man, we in the middle of that ring. We in the middle of that. Listen, man. Let me tell you something. I take a person's strengths. Yeah. And use it, and I'm going to show him these ain't your strengths. Man, listen, man, dude got too many flaws. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I just watched David Lemieux and Saunders. Mm-hmm. And I told everybody, I said, ain't no way David Lemieux finna beat Saunders.
Nah.
But if Saunders on his shit, I said the only thing David Lemieux got is power. I said anybody that got any type of a little bit of boxing skills is gonna beat David Lemieux.
Absolutely.
David Lemieux lost to Rubio.
Man, he lost to Joaquin Alcine.
That's what I'm saying. If you got any type of boxing skills, you gonna beat him.
Yeah.
If I fought David Lemieux, I'm stopping David Lemieux.
Oh yeah.
David Lemieux ain't going no 12 rounds with me. Period. So all I'm saying, if I fought Triple G, I'm gonna get Triple G what he asked for. He say he like that Mexican style.
Yeah.
Man, he don't want that action. He fight these dudes that run from him, like Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs actually could have beat him. But Danny Jacobs, he just moved too much in them later rounds. He should have just sat down with him. He was already comfortable after he got dropped. And he knew that he can go those rounds. He got comfortable. He started winning the rounds, but at the end, he started moving too much. He using too much energy, and for Triple G to be able to win, I'm talking about to win the round in like the last minute or so. In those later rounds, he started winning the rounds in the last few minutes. Because Danny Jacobs, he was getting tired.
Yeah.
Man, listen, I ain't moving. We finna stand right there, skill for skill, power for power. That's how I'll fight him if I ever get the chance to fight him.
Word up. I actually had Daniel Jacobs beating him, but
I actually thought Danny Jacobs won.
I agree.
But how they perceived it, that Triple G, because he put so much pressure. And he dropped Danny Jacobs after like the second or third round. And I thought Danny edged it out. I
agree. Yeah, I had it 115.
You know, the politics played a role. You know what I'm saying, with him and Canelo. So
yep.
It is what it is.
Absolutely. I had it 115, 112 for Jacobs because of the knockdown, man.
Oh.
So I mean.
Oh yeah.
It is what it is. All right, my man Bo, man. I'm again, when you let me go first, man, I let it run.
That's why I let you go first. That's why I let you go first, man, because you gonna let it run and we gonna get it going.
Word up.
So Vaughn, I got a question for you, man. When you was locked up, man, what was your driving force? Because most guys get locked up, they come out, they don't get back on the right track. Okay, you was locked up, man. What kept you? Like, what did you say to yourself being in there that kept you from ever going back, realizing I'm not coming back here and I'm all in on boxing?
I mean, it was several things. You know what I mean? Being told what to do, 24 hours a day. When I can go work out. When I didn't eat prison food. I didn't eat that. I didn't eat that shit. I was fortunate enough to have people that love me. You know what I'm saying? I had money to go to the canteen and buy the food that I wanted. It was just that drive and that motivation, man. I know that I'm supposed to be world champion. In my mind, I looked at it as like, this is a setback. You know what I'm saying? This is a setback. And as the years just kept falling off, I got closer and closer and closer. And, you know, it just became, you know, every year it got more drive came in me that, you know, I'm a year closer. I'm a year closer to be able to do what I do. And you know, it was a hell of an experience, man. You got to be mentally strong to get through a prison bit. 11 years that I did. You got to be mentally, because you got to deal with all of these dumbass niggas in there. Then you got to deal with the staff. Then you got to deal with so many things. And I done seen some of the best. I'm talking about dudes that they killed 10 people, then they killed 20 people that's on death row. I done been around all of these dudes, and they fold because that prison, man, it will eat you up. It will eat you up if you're not mentally ready for to be able to deal with anything. It'll eat you up, man. So I got through it because I was just born with that mental strength. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful that I was born with that. And that's the most important thing that got me through those 11 years, that mental strength.
Word up.
That's what's up. Would you say that part of that mental strength might have even been strengthened a little bit from going to prison, because you seem to have that mindset that, you know, even more so that, you know, ain't nobody going to kick your ass?
Oh, of course, man. You know, I fucked a lot of niggas up in prison. It is what it is. Like, you got to be crazy to think that I ain't gonna have no fights in prison. Man, I fucked a lot of niggas. I'm talking about, dude, literally, like my first 5 years in prison, I literally went to the whole shit. Man, I can count at least 50 times.
Damn.
I'm talking about, man. I'm talking about because you got niggas that know what it is, but you got dumb niggas that just want to see if it's real for themselves,
Right?
And they find out the hard way.
Yep.
What did it do to you, man, being inside, knowing your brother was out there fighting, man, and you couldn't be there to watch him live or be by his side, or they even help give him some words of wisdom going into fights? What was that like for you?
Man, it was.
It killed you a little bit?
I mean, it was at one instance, you know, I know my brother work ethic and I know his capabilities. That's what really kept me at ease, you know what I'm saying? Because I know, you know, even like from the time we started in the amateurs all the way until we turned pro, you know, in the amateurs, Devon be some of the best. I'm talking about every tournament, Devon beating the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
And even when we turned pro, when Devon name started getting out there, he started beating these dudes. What kept me at easy because I know his work ethic and I know Devon's skill level, and I know he take boxing serious. This is not something that he play with. This is something that he take serious. So that's something that helped me. But at the same time, it was another situation. You know, of course you want to be there. You know what I'm saying? My little brother, he doing his thing, and he rising. You know what I'm saying? And he beating these guys in the fashion that he was beating them. I mean, it was a hell of a situation for me. You know what I'm saying? But I was proud of my brother regardless. You know what I'm saying? Whether I was able to be there or not. You know what I'm saying? But I got a chance to talk to him a lot of the times before he fought. Like in the dressing room, my brother Lamar, he'll be there in the dressing room, and I'll talk to him before he fight. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of times I got a chance to talk to him before he fought.
Okay. Now, you come out, man, you go to the gym, and right away there's always questions of, do you still have it? Can he still do it? You know, you're a little older. From a mental standpoint, man, how do you say to yourself, I'm going to do this? Because it's got to be tough, because you do know you're a little older. You got all these questions. You got people that doubt you because of you going to prison and kind of skeptical about giving you a chance. So you have double the prove now than a lot of fighters. So from a mental standpoint, like, man, can that be kind of draining, or was you just always up for the challenge?
Man, listen, man, let me tell you something. I found out the hard way when I got out of prison. Man, I just thought that I was going to get out. I was going to sign a nice deal. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm Vaughn Alexander. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know, the work that I put in, 11, but it wasn't the same. Just like what you were saying, everybody was saying, we want to see what he looking like. We want to see what he looking like. We want to see what he looking like. And it was a hell of a thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go from one mental aspect of getting out of prison, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, because I was in the gym the next day after I was out of prison. I started back training the next day. So, you know, it was a mental thing that I went through, maybe like for a little while, because, you know, everybody that my manager talked to, they were saying the same thing, and it was crazy. It was like, damn, if everybody's saying that, how I'm gonna show what I'm looking like? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got a break with main events, and you know, they gave me a shot, and, you know, I've been doing my thing. I've been turning these niggas' ass up. Now everybody, you know what I'm saying, got their hand out and trying to fuck with a nigga. But, you know, we know that's how it go. You know what I'm saying? And I understand. Trust me, I understand. I was never mad. It was frustrating, but I was never mad, because I understand the game. I understand boxing, and I understand the business that, you know, in order for us to take a chance on you, we do got to see what you looking like. So, you know, main events, they gave me a shot, and, you know, I've been doing my thing.
Okay, that's what's up. Now you said something which goes into my next question, man. When you hear everybody saying what they were saying that do you have it? You come out and you thinking, well, I should be good because I'm still the same guy. But everybody has their doubt. They're not willing to give you a chance, man. That grind, from a mental standpoint, a physical standpoint, until you get that break, that grind has to be the hardest thing to fucking do. Even if I mean, it's got to be harder, especially even when you first started out. But once you got that big break, how did you feel when you finally got that big break, man?
Man, you know, going to the gym day in and day out, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, man, I was serious about this. I talked about this for 11 years. 11 years, man. And I finally got a chance to get out of prison and make it happen. You know, make these things come to fruition. You know, I got out, started training, and, you know, day in and day out, you know, even with everybody saying we need to see what he's looking like, I'm at the gym the next day. You know what I'm saying? Hoping that, you know, somebody give me my chance, give me that break. You know what I'm saying? And it took months. I got out of prison March the 7th. It took me all the way to October to sign the deal. And, you know, it was a situation to where, man, I was finna start knocking these niggas off again. That's how it became to me. But, you know, I had to remember I did 11 years. I'm talking about, man, I came close. You know what I'm saying? To putting that pistol back in my hand and going out here and get that money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it 100. Man, I came like inches away, and you know, I got my break with main events because, you know, like, I'm a man, I'm a black man, and, you know, I'm used to getting it, and, you know, I don't want no handout. I don't want nobody doing nothing for me. I'm not that type of dude. I don't want nobody taking care of me. I take care of my own self. So, you know, when things was getting a little, it was getting to me. You know what I'm saying? That all these months rolling past and I haven't signed a deal yet, and I'm doing all of this training. So I'm like, shit, I got to get money some kind of way.
Right.
So, you know, man, it was almost. I was almost back to myself, but, you know, I checked myself, and, you know, I didn't want to lose out on my blessings. And once I checked myself, I signed a deal the next month.
Hey, man, once you finally got in that ring and you finally put hands on that first motherfucker, what did that feel like, man? That had to be a hell of a feeling, man.
Man, listen, my first fight back was in St. Louis. And, you know, it was a hell of a thing, man. It was almost like I turned pro all over again, because, you know, you do all the, you know, I haven't fought, you know, you whoop a nigga's ass in a joint is so different from boxing in that ring. You know what I'm saying? You putting all the necessary work in the gym to be able to perform at a high level. So, you know, I trained, and it was still like almost like I turned pro all over again. You know what I'm saying? It took me around. It took me around, man, to get my shit and be like, damn, okay, I remember. Even all the sparring and shit that I did before the fight, it took me around to be like, okay, I remember everything. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I got him out of there in the second round, third round, one of them.
Shout out to my man Kevin Brown, who was that first victim. Motherfucker went 0-4
oh, yeah.
when he got out of prison.
Word
up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He ran into the cyclone.
You know what I'm saying? He ran into
that killer.
He ran into a hungry ass nigga. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Who realized this is make it or break it? You know.
Exactly.
And this is
most definitely.
I don't do it here because, like you said, everybody was already kind of writing you off. So if you'd have took an L, that's it. You done.
That's it.
Oh, that's it, baby. That's it. Everybody be like, oh, this nigga ain't got it no more. Fuck nah.
Yep.
That's it, man. So looking down the road, like you said, you in 160, but there's some dudes at 168, man.
Hold on. Listen, I'm campaigning at 160 and 168. Let's be clear about that. Any nigga can get it from 160 to 168. Let me be clear about that.
Okay, that which brings me to this right here. You got some dudes at 168, James DeGale, Benavidez.
We ain't gonna talk about no James DeGale. That nigga just lost. We ain't talking about that nigga. I only want to talk about niggas that's winning, motherfuckers that's gonna raise my stock.
Word. Okay, you right. Well, you got Caleb Truex, you got Plant. Man, you got some. You got at 168. You got just about as good as challengers at 168 as you do at 160, and
almost definitely.
And you're saying, if I'm hearing you right, you saying it ain't a problem. 160, 168, they gonna get their asses handed to them.
Man, listen. Let me be clear. Let me clear my throat. I always be clear. You know what I'm saying? I always be clear. You know what I'm saying about
2K. Huh? Hey, 2K, he put the DJ Cool on us. Let me clear my throat.
Yeah, let me clear that. Let me clear that so they can be clear about. You know what I'm saying? See. One thing about main events, and they know what it is. I can't listen. Whatever opportunity come up that arises from 160 to 168. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, I train my body to be able to fluctuate my weight. You know what I'm saying? I'm strong at either weight. At 68, I'm even stronger. You know what I'm saying? I'm even stronger because, you know, them dudes, they going to stand right in front of you. They stand right in front of you, and I'm dropping bombs on their ass.
Word.
But I do it in a finesse way, though. I don't just go in there and just wild out. Man, I go in there with the finesse, you know what I'm saying? But I'm standing there and doing my thing. But at 160, man, listen, man, anybody can get it from 160 to 168, man. I'm going to be honest, man. Ain't nobody from 160 to 168 going to beat me.
Now, with that being said, you know, you got a lot of people out there that's going to hear this. And we live in a world where people don't know who you are. They like, oh, man, this dude ain't nobody. He talking. For people that's out there.
They going to find out.
Okay, that's all I was just gonna ask you. Like, what do you have to say for people out there? Like, oh man, this dude's just talking. He ain't gonna do nothing.
Well, listen. See, just like them, they had their build up time too. Well, didn't nobody know them. So right now, I'm on my build up time again for the second coming. I'm on my build up time again, and. Man, listen. This year, we ain't gonna even say no next year. This year, everybody gonna be on notice. Everybody. I'm fighting Morster on the undercard. Morster on the undercard of Kovalo. I don't know if I'm gonna be a TV fight yet, but you know what I'm saying. They pushing, trying to push for me to be a TV fight on that card. But if I'm not, I'm gonna take care of my business regardless. But I'll be on TV sometime this year. They gonna be on notice. Trust me.
Whether they show you or not, man, you let us know. You send us the information. We gonna push it, man, because you know we want to see you do good and come up through the ranks. Because you can give somebody some good competition. If not, you can upset some. Which, like what 2K was saying is, and you answered their question. If they think you can upset the apple cart, they can't avoid you if you become a Mando.
Oh man, they listen. One thing that I do know, man. Listen, one thing about boxing. Is niggas always losing, and it's always a new mandatory. Yep. That's one thing that I do know. That's one thing for sure. Niggas always losing, and somebody becomes somebody mandatory. So, you know, I'll get my chance to be somebody mandatory. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Well, Vaughn, we want to definitely thank you for being here. 2K, you got anything for my man before we go?
Yeah, I want him to. It's not really a question. It's just for you to get some information out there for these listeners, man. You got a fight coming up March 3rd. Right now, it's TBA. Do y'all have any idea who y'all gonna be fighting? And are you definitely fighting on that date regardless?
Oh, I'm definitely fighting on that date regardless. March 3rd, you know what I'm saying, on the undercard of Kovalo at the Madison Square Garden.
Okay. So you're gonna be on HBO?
And who I'm fighting, I don't know who I'm fighting yet, but whoever it is off with his head regardless. But am I fighting on TV? we don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? I know real soon. Because they trying to make it they trying to make me a TV fight. Right. But regardless, if I don't get that TV spot, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna still handle my business regardless, and you know I'm gonna be back in the gym after the fight, getting ready for the next one.
Word up. And then lastly, just I know you talked about how you had an excellent amateur career before you turned pro in 2004, and I already know about it, but I want the other listeners to hear what you have to say. Some of the guys that you fought in the amateurs, I know one was Anthony Durrell. Who are some of the others?
Yeah, I fought Durrell before. I fought Austin Trout maybe 3 times.
Yep.
I fought Vaughn Maserati.
Yep.
I fought. Damn. I fought a lot of them. I can't really think of it. I fought a lot of them dudes, man, in the amateur, and I beat all their ass. I didn't beat Anthony.
I didn't beat Anthony. Okay.
We fought once when I was maybe 14.
Okay.
He beat me like on a point.
Okay.
But that's my dude. I actually seen them when I fought on the war court. When I see them on the Andre war court. When I fought on that undercard, I actually seen them there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen them in all them years.
Yeah.
But he had 168, ain't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. So.
Oh yeah, you know that's my dude. You know that's my dude, man. I came up with him, but you know he can get it too.
That's what I'm talking about, man. See, and you know what? I should have gave a small intro before I started asking questions about how this dude, my man Vaughn Alexander, is the perfect example of a cat that's got the fucking fighter's mentality, man. And I know what these motherfuckers gonna say. Well, you know, it's because he's getting old and you know his career is still, you know, just starting out. Doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? The whole point of this shit is you do what you can to become the best at the end of the fucking day.
Ain't no question.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no question.
That's
man.
what I'm talking
ain't no
about.
Question.
Man. Word up.
But hey, listen. Why they looking at my age? Why they looking at my age thinking I'm one of these dudes that's ready to go out? Man, I'm just getting started.
Yeah.
I'm just getting started.
That's it, man. That's it.
The bad thing about it is you have people who are, like you said, they'll look at your record before you went in and when you came out, and they'll make a false assessment like, oh, okay, he ain't done nothing, or, oh, okay, he's 32, or, oh, he's in a rush, or, oh, we can do this and we can do that, and not realizing, you know this game. See what I'm saying?
Man, I know this game. I know this game like the back of my hand, man. And listen, like I said, man, I ain't mean to cut you off, man. I'm 100%. I'm 100% in this shit, man. And you know, I tirelessly, man, I'm in that gym every day, thinking about one of these dudes I'm gonna face. Trust me, man. That's all I do is sit on my TV and I watch these dudes from 160 to 168, man. Listen, man, I'm gonna be ready for whoever it is they put in there. Trust me, man. That's all I do is I study these dudes. But at the same time, I don't do it to where I let it become me, because I'm gonna just be ready at all times. That's just me. That's how I was bred. That's how I came up. Is to be ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Period.
Sir. That's what's up.
Well, I can tell you from, and I can speak from a man 2K when I say this. We like dudes with the fighter mentality. Like,
hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because like me and 2K would debate, and he my boy, but I'm gonna treat him like another motherfucker because I'm trying to debate with you.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
Over we cool, but right now, hey man, this is a debate. I got to give you that work, and vice versa. He'll give me the work. So we like cats with that fighter mentality. That's what's missing a lot in boxing. You hear guys one thing, then when they face with that dude that they on the other side, they saying something else. And it's frustrating, man. It's really frustrating.
But these dudes, listen, man. These dudes don't want it, though, man. I've been wanting this shit since I was 8 years old. These dudes don't want it. Not granted. These dudes done fought their way to the positions that they in. You know what I'm saying? But man, these dudes don't want it, man. I'm telling you, these dudes don't want it. They don't want it like I want it. That's why these niggas ain't gonna beat me.
There it is.
And one day, hopefully, maybe we'll see a Alexander on the Alexander and Alexander in the main event, co-main event.
Word up.
Listen, let me tell you something. And I know y'all gotta go. Long as we gonna continue to do our thing, we gonna continue to chopping these niggas' heads off. And bro, trust me, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Me and my brother, we already be talking about that. We gonna keep handling our business individually on these cards that we own. And trust me, it's gonna happen.
That's what's up.
You know what I think, man? Real quick, I think the reemergence of Vaughn starting his career back up last year, the year before last, I think that's actually going to be good motivation for Devon as well, because he has his brother there.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. I could just see that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, I don't know you brothers like that personally. You know what I'm saying? But I just know. I got a brother. You know, so I got an older brother. And we played ball together, and we actually boxed as well. You know what I'm saying? And whatever he did, you know, if he was achieving something, that meant I was achieving something. And whatever he did, that motivated me. So I know y'all are feeding off each other, man. That's a good thing, man. I can't wait to see y'all, man. I really can't wait to see y'all.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. And during training camp, man, we seen each other videos of us spoiling training and shit like that. Yeah, he in Florida, I'm here in St. Louis. We train hard, man, no matter what. And we look at each other progress and what we doing. And he critique me, I critique him, and man, that's what we do, man. Listen, the Alexanders, we gonna take over, bro. Devon already took over once, but we gonna take over together this time.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and you know what? To 2K's point, I have a brother. And I was just telling 2K, my brother's only 9 months older than me, right? So when he be trying to pull that I'm the oldest shit, that shit gets on my nerve like, boy, nigga,
right,
you're 9 months older than me. You better cut that shit out.
Right.
It's like, you know, my brother was better at basketball. I was more physical. But I would see him do that basketball, and I would be out there, like, practicing, shooting 200 jump shots, because I'm like, man, I'm not going to be as good as him, but I at least want to be able to be on the first team with him, you know? And
ain't no question.
Yeah, vice versa. He saw how good I was at football and boxing, so then I would catch him jumping rope or running an extra mile.
Yeah.
And that's what it raises your level of play. So that's always good to have a healthy competition.
Absolutely.
So, I'm glad to talk to you. 2K, tell everybody where they can find. Well, you know what, Vaughn, tell everybody, man, about the fight coming up and where they can find you, man, to keep following your career.
Y'all can check me out March 3rd at the Madison Square Garden under the undercard of Kovalov. Y'all can catch me at Vaughn the Animal Alexander on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Okay. And if you guys want to watch a very good, insightful learning video about what the definition of an example of a gatekeeper, my man 2K at Prodigy of Boxing.
Yeah, man. Look, you could definitely go to my channel, man. Just like we brought the raw, the real, and the uncut on this particular interview and many interviews that I've done in the past, man. That's just how my channel is. You know, motherfuckers are either gonna hate me, they gonna love me. It don't matter, but I'm gonna tell the truth at the end of the day. So, of course, you know, you go to Prodigy of Boxing Talk. You're going to catch my face everywhere being the leader of this entire movement that we got going on. I'm going to be on Bo's shit. I'm going to be on Four Corners. I'm going to be on Three Kings. I'm going to be on Eastwick Boxing. I'm going to be on Eastwick UK. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be everywhere. And then I got my own goddamn website. So I'm going to be on that motherfucker too. So, I mean, just wherever you go, you're going to see 2K. That's real talk.
Oh, that's what's up, big dog. That's what's up.
That is what's up. But I just want to say that last video, that Wikipedia video, that was my shit, dog. I watched it about 4 times, G. That was my shit.
Vaughn, they had Wikipedia is open source. We all know that shit. You know what I mean? Anybody can go on there and edit the pages and shit, right? But it was funny that you look up gatekeeper, type in gatekeeper in boxing, and go to the Wikipedia page, man, and they have Adrian Broner as the top example.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was my shit.
Damn.
That shit fucked up.
But you can find me, Bo, right here, Truth and Facts About Boxing, right here on YouTube. You know, also you can catch me on, you can catch me when you can catch me. I'm not really on there a lot, but at Twitter, at capital T for Truth, _capital F for Fact Box 1. Instagram, capital same thing, Truth _Fact Box 1. And like my man 2K said, all this is part of the movement umbrella Eastwick. You can find me. I was on Eastwick, a boxing, Eastwick UK, Four Corners. Colossal, all of it, man. I'm there with him. And for those who don't know, I originally started with my man 2K. I started on his show, and it would just grew from there. And man, from there we do this thing we call boxing because we love it, and we don't care about who your favorites are. We don't care about who each other's favorites are. And if they fucking up, they fucking up. If they doing good, they doing good. Anybody can get it. Yep. And that's just really how
anybody can get it, man.
Yes,
that's
sir.
right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to be real with yourself before you can be real about somebody else. You can't do that.
That's my motto. Anybody can get it. Hey, listen. I remember before I went to prison. You know, me and my brother. I was at 147, and you know my brother was at 140. And me and my brother, we one day we was like, shit. I'm like, shit. If we find ourselves in the same weight class, nigga, you got to get it. You know what I'm saying? You my brother. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Hey, let me tell y'all something, bro. Man, this is man. I love it. This is the hurt business, man. Yes, that's sir. My brother. I love my brother. Inside, I'm saying outside that ring, but when we in that ring, bro, I'm saying it's you against me, and you know what I'm saying. A long time. I'm saying it'll never happen now because you know I'm in a high weight class. You know what I'm saying. But yeah. if I was still at that weight class, I'm saying he had to get it.
So if y'all was like the Klitschko brothers and shit, he would have got it.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Man, that's fucking great.
And trust me, my brother he'll say the same thing about me because he touched. Listen, we did an interview one time with like a news channel, and he told them that he wanted to fight me one day.
Wow.
So I'm just saying, listen, this is the mentality that me and my brother have at that time. You know, I hated that I went to prison. We never know what me and my brother could be right now. But at the same time, I don't regret it because my brother became 3-time world champion, and he on his way back to being world champion. I'm on my way trying to get my first world title. So, you know, but at that time, man, we just had that mentality like, bro, this is what we do. If we ever have to cross paths, my nigga, you got to get it. He like, my nigga, you got to get it.
Man,
that shit is great, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Man, that's good. Hey, that brings back memories because me and my brother was like that, man. We used to have this. My mama had one rule, which was, y'all can fight all you want, just don't ever fight in this house. That was our only rule. We used to, man.
Yeah, man.
Man, do y'all know how big that would be? Like if the Klitschko's would ever fought, or if the Charlo brothers would ever fight, or Lamont or his brother would ever fight. Do you know how big that? Man, dudes don't understand.
Yeah.
You my brother, yeah, but we in the same sport. We in the same weight class.
Yeah.
Like why would I duck you? Why would I not want to fight you? You want to prove that you the best brother.
You even got the Darrell brothers too, because Andre's at 168.
You got the. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like why man? It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I don't understand why it's so many brother duos out there and they around the same weight classes. Like why? Do you know how much money y'all can make?
Yeah, they got. Well, it's the effect of them wanting to take over together. That's really what it is, you know. So. That's why they don't want to blemish each other's record by fighting each other when they can take over together. So
man, fuck that. Nah, I don't give a damn. Shit.
Word up.
But see, I see the other Charlo. He moved up to 60. You know what I'm saying? He a good fighter.
Hey,
He don't show me nothing that put me in danger.
And 2K.
Hey. Listen, man. Both of him and his brother, they good. They some good ass fighters, and they deserve to be world champions. But what from my eyes and what I see, they too up and down for me.
Okay. Hey, Austin Trout looked good against him.
They too up and down.
Austin Trout looked good against him. I had Austin Trout beating him.
Austin looked good when he fought him.
Yeah. Yeah,
he just looked good. He just looked good when he was fighting Jared Hurd, but he got tired.
He got tired in that one. Yeah.
Jared Hurd got the tattoo on his leg.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm 4 hours away from Jermall, man. Don't make me go get him.
Man, listen, man. Tell my man, listen. It's all respect because of where he at.
No doubt.
But that's where it stops at. That's where it stops at. If he ever crossed my path, it's like that for that ass.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
Listen, any nigga signed on that dotted line, they ass is mine.
Oh man, yeah. Hell yeah, that's boxing talk, ladies and gentlemen. We gonna end the show with that.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all for being here, my man Vaughn. Appreciate you, man. 2K, always a pleasure. We are out.